Welcome to part 2 of the Robotics for All's online volunteer training. In this video, we will review teaching philosophies and other tips and tricks for working with students. Robotics for All's management philosophy wants teachers to be kind and firm. To be kind means to allow students to explore aspects of the class and of robotics that they enjoy the most. However, in being firm, you must also keep students at the same general pace as the rest of the class, especially when they begin to fall behind. Being kind also means to be patient and forgiving, as this class may be the student's first experience with robotics and Legos. Being firm also means for you to keep focused on the student you're currently helping and not letting others distract you. The biggest tip we can give you to help teach students is to be crystal clear on what you expect of them. Use precise and confident language to help you. Pause the video now and take a moment to read the examples on the screen out loud. The bottom two examples project more authority and confidence because they use exact directions and leave less room for misinterpretation. The top example lacks clarity and does not help the student understand what to do. Something very important to Robotics for All is making sure that all students have an opportunity to participate using the laptop and building. To encourage participation, you may ask the students to swap seats occasionally to give everyone access to the laptop or building materials. In some classes, you may encounter a dominant personality who will not let the other students participate. The first step is to always ask the student to give the others a chance to use the materials. If they do not listen, instruct them to take a break and move away, giving specific instructions to the other students on how to step in. Maintaining a teaching posture over your students is important to keep control over the class. Some students will recognize your age and no longer fully respect your authority. In these cases, act indifferent to how they try and discredit you. By maintaining the role of a teacher to the majority of students, the rest will be more inclined to listen as well. Another good tip is when you're asking a student to do something, use language to remove their option to say no. In the example, changing the sentence from a request into a direction makes it harder to deny. Overall, if you speak with confidence and precision, students will listen. If you just cannot get a handle on your students, then talk to the adult teacher in the room. That's what they're there for. Conflict resolution is a skill you may need to practice often in a room full of children, so knowing the steps is very important. First, de-escalate the situation. Solving any issue when emotions are still high is very difficult, so physically separate the students and let them cool down. Second, learn the context of the disagreement by asking nearby students and teachers. Knowing the context from non-involved sources will help you make a better decision. It is important to know both the inciting incident, but also any reoccurring incidents that may have led up to the inciting incident. Third, find out what each student wanted or couldn't get. This will have many different answers, but almost always there's something one student wanted that another student didn't let them do. It is at this point you can create a compromise for the conflict, a result where each student gets as much of what they wanted as possible. This may not always be exactly what the students want, but it may be the only best outcome. In conclusion, your mindset when it comes to teaching will have the greatest impact on students' behavior. Remind yourself that you're not just a volunteer, but a teacher and a mentor. With this mindset, you'll be able to create a successful learning environment. You can find the quiz for this section of the training at tinyurl.com/r4a-management-quiz.